get your start in real estate?
So the way I got my start in real estate, I did a joint venture with a local builder in the Colorado market, and we built 5 properties together, and that was kind of my start in seeing it from raw land, then going through the development phase of it as far as utilities and things like that, and then erecting a house. I think that was, for me, it was just, I got my feet wet with those guys, and just something I always wanted to do.
How was that whole experience with playing in the league and then managing both the league and your real estate ventures?
It was good. It was late nights and things like that, but when I take you a few steps back, in Colorado, I actually got my start a housing market as a mortgage broker, and I had my own mortgage company. So I had a great team out there that ran the company day to day. While I was doing my work for the Denver Broncos.
So why are you starting this YouTube channel now?
Great question. Catch-22. I just when I'm on social media, people always ask me about real estate and things like that. So got with my son, OG Jr., and we just thought it'd be a great idea just to give people, everyone, the masses, some information, and then also, just to have a dialogue with people and just be able to talk to them, just to be great, and answer any questions I can, and any help I could be to anybody. I definitely would love to be.
What can we expect to see on this channel?
You can expect just to, real estate 1, family things 2, and just some, information, finance, things like that. Don't take myself too serious, but just want to show people, what it is to be an investor, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it.
So what advice would you give to a person looking to start in real estate?
One of the things I always tell people, people always, ask what to do, and if I had, X amount of dollars and things like that, what would I do with it? But, for me, I just want, like to be practical. And, there are 3 ways to earn the money in real estate. The first one is fast money, and that's with wholesaling and things like that. And the second one is big money. And you make more money on average when you're flipping properties. So, there's more risk involved in that, but you tend to make more money flipping properties than you do wholesaling properties. And the third is residual money. And that's, for people that's been in the business for a while, that's the buy and hold strategy and the rental strategy. So you are making money every month. But as far as wholesaling goes, it's, if you don't know what wholesaling is, it's when someone takes down a property on title of a property, and they go out and solicit that property to different investors, and they sell their rights to the property before they actually close on the property. So the new investor gives them on average, anywhere from $5,000, and up to $20,000, but average, I'll say anywhere from $10,000, just for their interest in that property. And flipping is you actually have to take possession of the property. You have to own that property, and you like to buy anywhere from 40% to 60% on the dollar, and you do the improvements to that property, and after repair value of that property is worth more than you pay for it. So then you make your money on the back end when you get out that way after you sell. And then buy and hold, it's just kind of like it sounds. So you purchase the property, you take ownership again, and then you if you have to fix it up, good. If not, great. But then once you fix the property up, then you rent it out to a tenant, and that tenant will pay your mortgage, and hopefully pay you a little bit. You'll have a little extra money at the end for your profits.
So what are the most common mistakes that a beginner or you yourself makes in real estate or flipping houses?
The most common mistakes of real estate investing, I think the biggest one is analysis paralysis. And that's when people, just get all the information, want to know everything before they get started, and a lot of times they never even start. And that's, you know, and you just have to get in the game. You know, you're not going to know everything. You know, a lot of it is on the job training. And that's why, you know, I'm here. I just want to be a sounding board for people, you know, newer people, newer investors that are in the game. And, you know, any time that I could take off that learning curve, I definitely will. You know, just trying to help people learn and trying to, you know, more so not learn, but to make money. Because at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. And I use baseball analogies all the time. You know, I just want your first deal, you know, for you to get on base. You know, I definitely don't want you to strike out in that first deal, because if you strike out, you're not going to play the game again. So we want to always try to encourage people to get on base. And so anything I can do to help you get on base on that first deal, I'm definitely here to help. Next is, you know, people don't do their research. And it kind of goes with analysis paralysis, but you know, research is key. You got to know your local market. You got to know what price, you know, after repair value, retail pricing and wholesale pricing. So you know how much you can pay for a property. You know how much normally a property tends to rehab, those rehab costs and things of that nature. So you always got to know your numbers, know what things are selling for in your local market, and actually know your rehab costs as well. Number 3, people buying a property, getting a property, you own the property and you didn't factor in a lot of costs. So if you're doing a buy and hold strategy, you're negative gearing, which means that that property, the rent doesn't cover the mortgage, so you have to put money in on, you know, on a monthly basis. And we definitely don't want that. We want you to, we try to, on all my properties, I try to at least make $500 a month from every property. If it, you know, that's kind of like my drop dead number. You know, I definitely do better than that with a lot of them, but you know, that's my bottom line number. Next thing is, people tend to think that real estate is a passive investment in the beginning. You know, they just want, you know, they call it mailbox money. Everybody just wants mailbox money. But, you know, in the beginning, you know, real estate is something that if you're a newbie, you should definitely want to know all the intricacies to the game, you know, especially in the rental market. You know, you want to be the ones taking those calls in the beginning. You want to, you know, if you got to go out and hire somebody, hire a contractor to go out, plumber, electrician, HVAC guy, you know, anything like that. All the services, you want to know people that could do those services for you, and you know, have a book of numbers that you can call and backups as well. Don't want to spend your profit. You always want to reinvest your profits in the beginning, because that's the most important thing. You don't want to make some money and then go out and buy you a watch or a car, things like that, because you know, that's dead money after that. You always want to reinvest your money. And we, you know, I like to think of every dollar as a seed. You know, you want to plant all your seeds and don't want, you know, you want them to grow into trees and things like that. So you always want every dollar that you bring in to produce more fruit for you. And you know, it's going to be a time when it's harvest time, and that's when you buy your watches and things like that. But what I always tell people is, you let your investments buy your toys. So I'll buy a house. If I want to buy a car, I'll make that house pay for the car. And the last one is, you always want to buy your investment properties wholesale, never buy retail. And that's another reason why you should know your local market. You always want to be 40 to 60% into a property. You always want to, you always want to have a buffer just in case of a rainy day or things of that nature. So you always want to buy wholesale, never buy retail. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Smash that like button, comment and subscribe to this channel. And also please share with your friends. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.